What's up guys, it's me, Amy, back with another chat. Hey guys, how the heck are ya? Man, there is just something about hanging out with good people that makes you feel so good. I'm on like a high after hanging out with my friends and them missing me and them being happy to see me. It just feels so good. So I want to get on here and spread a great word to you guys too. So hopefully this will boost up your day a little bit more. Speaking of friends, let's chat about making friends as an adult, as a Christian adult. Guys, I don't know if it's just me or not, but it's kind of hard to make friends as an adult, especially when you're trying to find like quality friends that are also interested in the things that you're interested in. I feel like it's easier to find a friend group, you know, like if you want to go out and drink and party. Like I feel like it's very easy to find people like that. I mean, shoot, just go to the club, be drunk, and like talk to people. Like so easy. But when you want to find friends with like good morals, who are in love with God, can chat about their future with God, you know, talk about testimonies. I feel like that's so difficult to do for some reason. I feel like everybody who is involved in the church, everyone who is Christian, is so busy all the time too, whether they're serving. Most of them, I swear, oh my gosh, most of them are all married, especially everyone my age. You know, I'm in my early 30s, married, has kids, so they're busy with their families. So they don't really have time to hang out anyways. And yeah, it's nice because you see them maybe every Sunday or so you got time to chat just a bit. But it's hard to chat on Sundays because what if you're running late for church and you need to just get in there and get to the word? You know, you don't have a lot of time. Like, how was your week? To get to know them, you know? Growing up, the ways that I've always made friends is obviously through school, you know, because you guys are in the same environment, doing the same things, people around your age. So obviously common interests. School's the easiest place to make friends, even like college too. And then working, of course, that has been the best place for me to make friends. Like I swear all my friends that I made in my adult life have come from work, or maybe like services, like them doing like my lashes or my hair. Like maybe I made friends with them because, you know, you're sitting there with them like 2-3 hours just talking. But it's hard because even though you're making these type of friends, it doesn't mean that their ideas and their thoughts and their morals align with what you're doing in your life. I can't say confidently that I really have any friends that are equally yoked, I guess I'll use that term, as myself as far as faith goes. Yes, I have friends with like Christian backgrounds or Catholic backgrounds, you know, faith backgrounds. They believe in God, but a lot of them don't actively practice it in their life. It's hard when you have friends like that because when you're around people, especially people you care about, you pick up how they are. Like you guys are going to take things from each other and start acting like that. Say you have a group of friends and they're all reading their Bibles, like they're in their word, they're really putting it towards their life. That's going to inspire you. That's going to like plant the seed into your head to do these things, to remind you to do them. But when you're not around people like that and you're around people who are doing different things like drinking and partying, or just not focusing on God, or whatever it may be, even if they're like a group of friends, like you love them, but they love to gossip, when you're around them, it's really hard for you not to do those things as well. It's been a struggle for me in my faith because the only people that I really knew out here loved to drink and go out to the club. And I would always see them on Instagram, traveling, out, always drinking, getting bottle service. And it gave me FOMO. Like it made me want to do that. It made me envious of them. It made me want to be out. It made me like feel bad because I wasn't out doing these things. Like it made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I know it's wild, but it made me feel like, man, I don't have the money to do bottle service all the time. I don't have the money to go traveling. Like it made me feel a lot less than, you know, and I was so envious of them and I was putting them on a pedestal, which you never want to do, but sometimes we do that in our life, you know, whether we realize it or not. Once I deleted Instagram and I stopped seeing all that stuff, I no longer had a desire for that. I no longer felt less than. I realized that there's more things to life than going out and drinking and partying, but it's really all about who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing that, then you're going to want to do that. But if you're surrounding yourself with people who are studying God and loving God, then you're going to want to do that too. So now I've been trying to make more friends through the church. It's so funny to me because God gave me this realization maybe a month ago or so. I was begging him for quite some time. I said, God, please bless me with a friend group, someone who I can go hang out with, do fun things with. Basically, I wanted a friend group that I can go out to the club with and like go traveling with and do all the things that I was seeing on Instagram, like, but a group that was mine, you know, not the guy that I was dating like before. And I just had such a desire for that, and I wanted that so bad, and I was upset because, like, God, why are you not giving me this friend group? God, why don't I have any friends here in the Bay Area? Like, I have my coworkers, but they lived an hour away, so it's not like we can hang out all the time, you know? We would go out and hang out here and there, like after work sometimes, but after being there 5 days a week, I don't want to drive down again, you know, another hour all the way down there. It's really hard to, like, hold a relationship with them. I was hurting. I just didn't know why God wasn't blessing me with a friend group. And finally, God gave me realization and some clarity. I don't need friends like that. That would have held me back. Say God gave me that friend group. Say God gave me that friend group who's always out having fun, doing great things, you know, the friend group that I was desiring and asking him for. If he had given that to me, I would have never found him, you guys. I would have never locked in with him. I would probably be still out there doing the same thing, feeling insecure, feeling not good enough, wishing I was out doing these things, going out for validation, drinking excessively, you know, shots of Casamigos all the time, like trying to find reassurance and validation outside of God, from men, you know, flirting with guys just so like I felt better about myself. I hate to say that I was doing those things, but my self-worth was so low. So if God had blessed me with that friend group, I would have never been able to find him. I would have never been able to go onto my path and my walk with him. Because when you're staying at home and you're lonely and someone texts you, hey, we're all going out tonight, you want to come out? You're gonna say yes. I know it's hard to have like willpower in those situations because you're just so lonely. You're like, you know what, I have nothing better to do. I've been home all day long, or it's been a long week. Yeah, I want to go see my friends. I want to go hang out. And I'm telling you, these people party every single weekend. Like there's always something to do. And that's what I wanted. I wanted some friend group that always had things going on, you know, because I was trying to run away from things and not face things. And I was feeling depressed and I just wanted to be out and about so I didn't have to think about the things inside my head, the things that I really need to work on. And I'm so glad, I hate to say it, I'm so grateful to God that he did not answer that prayer. You know, now I rather have friends with similar interests to me. And that's why I've been going out of my way to make friends at church. That's the thing, you guys. Like I said, you have to get yourself out of your comfort zone if you want to make friends. And I know it's hard because especially like in our 20s and 30s, a lot of us are like so tired. We don't want to have to socialize because like we already have friends. We already make groups. Like we don't want to have to do that again. But you have to if you want to actually make friends. So as awkward as it is when I'm at church, you know, because these are the kind of people I want to be around, you know, I want to be in my social circle. As awkward as it is, I force myself to come up with conversations and talk to these people, you know. Like I was standing around the other day and there's two people near me, so I just went up to them and be like, what do you guys have planned after church today? It's an awkward conversation, but everyone there is nice. So don't be worried about them not wanting to talk to you. Don't be worried about them maybe being rude to you or making you uncomfortable. The church is a really good place as an adult, especially if you're a Christian, to make your friends. Don't be afraid to go out of your way and just talk. Or even if you're starting to get to know someone, you know, ask them like, want to go grab coffee sometime? Very important to be vulnerable, to hang out, to spend time together, because that's how you're going to grow a relationship. Another great way to make friends as an adult, Christian friends, is to join the small groups at your church. I'm sure that you guys have them, but like they're little groups that they do every few months or so, where you can go over to someone's house for dinner once a week, once a month, maybe a girls group, an all guys group, the pickleball group, the golf group, the singles group, the people with children group. There's so many different options. And I feel like that's such a great way to meet people with shared similarities as you. People that you might actually want to be friends with in the long term. There's also groups by age where you can get to know other people your age. Because I mean, realistically, like, yes, I've had like friends who are older than me in my life, but it's kind of hard when you have friends like, say you're 20 and your friends like 45, 50. You guys are in completely different wavelengths in your life. You know, you're 20 years old, you're going to college, you're trying to figure out your life. 45, 50-year-old, you know, taking care of their kids, potentially their grandkids, already solid in their life. So it's hard to maintain a friendship like that. That's why it's nice to join a group who is around your age, like a young adults group. And don't be shy. Like I said, you got to get out of your comfort zone, sign up for the group, take the plunge, just go and do it, you know, especially if there's a lot of people. There's going to be multiple people you can talk to and not have to feel like all the pressure is on you or that you're the center of attention if you don't want to be. Another great way to go out and meet friends is to sign up for things that you already like to do. Maybe there's a group on Facebook. Here locally, we have this awesome group on Facebook. It's called like Bay Area Adventure Girls or something. It's an all girls group. And they have a lot of different subgroups within the group. Like there's a Christian group in there. Like there's a whole like group chat. That's actually how I found the church that I go to now, through that group chat. They do Bible studies all around the Bay Area. That's an amazing way to get out and meet people. And it's also kind of nice because, like, I know people get worried about meeting strangers online, but in this group, you know, you can see their Facebook page. You can kind of go to it and use that maybe to gauge if it seems normal. I mean, if you go on the page and like they're doing a bunch of like bad stuff or like some crazy like under the influence type things, then you know that's someone that you don't want to hang out with. You know that's someone that doesn't align with what you want to do in your life. You can always join a book club. I've seen like a lot of people do like Christian book clubs, which is really cool. And guys, if you don't see a group or see anything like that has something that you're interested in, don't hold back. Don't be afraid to start your own group. You can start your own small group at your church even. They'll train you. They'll show you how. If you say, oh man, well, I don't have a house that I can do it in, or you can do it virtually. Or maybe you can even ask your church if you can like rent out like a room for like an hour or two every week, every month for you and your group to meet. Or you guys can meet at the park. You guys can do different cafes every week. Switch it up, you know. And if it feels like too much pressure, you can always like ask people to help you out with it. Like, what would you guys like to do? Where should we meet? Like, what would you guys like to learn in this? You don't have to sit there and just, you know, teach a Bible class to them. It can just be people who enjoy the same thing. If you like craft, you guys can do a craft group. If you guys like to do walking, you guys can do a walking or a running group. It doesn't have to be things that cost money. Like I said, you can just go out in nature and just enjoy nature together. And that way, you're going to be able to build a friend group that does have commonalities with yourself. Honestly, you just really got to put yourself out there and get yourself out of your comfort zone if you want to make friends. And I know it's hard, especially if you're moving to a new city, you don't even know where to begin. Pray to God. He'll align you with the people. I noticed a lot of people in our age group, like, we want to make friends, we want to have friends, but for some reason we don't want to put in the work to grow the friendship. I met this girl at this other church like a few months ago. I think it was back in December. And she was really, really nice. She's like, I'm so glad to meet you, Amy. Like, I really wanted to meet some new friends. She's like, I'm new to the area. I wanted to meet some sisters in Christ. Like, literally, she was saying that. She's like, let's exchange phone numbers. We can start going to church together. We can do like the newcomer, like classes together. And I was so juiced about it, you guys, because I was like, finally, God is blessing me with some friends. Like, I was so excited. So we exchanged numbers and Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. I've been off for like a year or so, but you know, I gave her mine. Just, it's nice to see the Instagram, like I said, so you can kind of feel the person out and see if your qualities align, make sure they're not out there clubbing all the time or doing things that you don't want to involve in your life. We spent that whole rest of the day just like texting here and there. Like, she sent me a picture of her dog and I was so excited. I was like, wow, this girl really wants to be friends with me. I'm really excited to steward this friendship with her, you know, and grow and become like sisters in Christ. Like she said, she told me that she wasn't going to make it for next Sunday service, but after that she should. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. The phone works both ways. I know, I get it. Eventually, maybe like a month or so later, maybe like 3 or 4 like Sundays later, I was like, you know what? I want to text her. Like, she was really nice and cool. I want to reach out. I want to extend the olive branch to her. So I shot her a text and I said, hey girl, how have you been? Like, are you going to be at church tomorrow? I can't remember exactly, but it was something along those lines. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the 9 a.m. service. And I can't remember what I said, but I said something. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the 9 o'clock service. I was like, I'm kind of tired from work this week. I'll probably be there around 11. And she just liked my message. And I get it. Like, you know, like she just hearted it, you know, and I get that. I understand. I mean, maybe I could have went out my way and be like, and like gone up a little bit earlier and drove the 20 minutes there and met her at the 9 o'clock service. Like, I could have definitely gone out my way more to like really make that a friendship and put in more effort. But at the same time, I was hoping that she would have said something back to my message, not just like liked it or heart it, you know. Like, I was hoping that maybe she'd be like, oh, bummer, like, well, let's meet up sometime, or oh, bummer, maybe next week we could both go to the same service or something, you know. I was hoping she would say something back. But yeah, haven't heard from her since, and I did reach out. I just noticed a lot of times, like for our age group, we're giving each other our numbers, we're giving each other our Instagrams, because this hasn't just happened to me. I see other people like online doing this too, and people that I know in person as well, and nothing's coming from it. Nobody wants to take the time, because we're all busy, you know, we got a lot going on, work, school, kids, family, all those things. We're having a hard time going out of our comfort zone and actually messaging the person, actually trying to meet up, actually making plans. Like, I feel like a lot of us love the idea of having a friendship and we want friends, but something is maybe intimidating or uncomfortable about actually forming the relationship. And I know a lot of people have a hard time being vulnerable as well. It's hard opening up to somebody you don't know, especially if you've been like jaded in your past, like where people have hurt you. Maybe you opened up to somebody and then that person like turned against you and told everyone your secrets. So it's hard to like start all over again, especially if you've had a friend group and they already know you and now you start all the way over from ground one. It can be hard. Sorry guys, my phone overheated. Like I was saying, if you want to make friends, you're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to be uncomfortable at times and you're going to have to be vulnerable. I know it's hard, but if you really want the friendships as bad as you say that you do, it's going to be worth it. And it's really, really nice. Having friends is the best thing. It's so nice to be able to call someone up and talk to them and share stories together. It's good to be around people who actually care about you and love you. Anyways, guys, I want to just end the video super abruptly, but yeah, I love you guys. Have a great day.